What's going on, guys? This is Mr. DeLorean here. Welcome back to a brand new video. Today what I want to do is talk about and break down the trailer we got for Chucky Season 1, Episode 4, Just Let Go. Now, before we do get into today's video, keep in mind that as I'm recording this, I've not seen Episode 3 just yet. But I'll take my knowledge of the Chucky trailers that we have gotten in the past and everything and combine them into this video to figure out what to be going on in Episode 4. So without further ado, let's get into breaking down and talking about the trailer for Chucky Season 1, Episode 4, Just Let Go. So based on this trailer, there will be two people in the hospital after the event of Episode 3, which is Lexy's sister and Junior. Now, obviously, Lexy's sister will most likely be in the house as the fire is going on, since there was a fire that will take place or did take place in Lexy's house. And I'm assuming they'll be both in the hospital for the entire episode, telling by a bunch of shots that we do get later in this trailer. And as we do see in a few shots, Chucky will be around this hospital in Episode 4, proving that he will either encounter Lexy, Jake, Junior, or Lexy's sister. Now, there have been theories going around that Chucky will want to move on from Jake to Junior, which in my opinion doesn't make much sense, since obviously Junior is much more of a straight edge and I doubt would honestly kill anybody. Obviously, like, he's much less likely to kill Jake than Jake. But Lexy does mention in the trailer saying, like, why is your doll trying to kill me? Which proves that obviously in Episode 3, which like I said, I haven't seen it yet, but does prove that obviously Lexy will be, like, figuring out that Chucky is alive, as she does mention in this trailer and everything. And it's really, really cool to finally have more people trying to, like, figuring out that Chucky is alive, which I'm very excited for, because it's been a bit congested only having Jake know for only, like, 2 episodes, and then now it's starting to finally get on the ball rolling with everyone starting to figure out, like, who Chucky is and the fact that he's alive. And this does sadly prove that Lexy has and will, or like, has survived Episode 3, which, god damn it. Fuck, for sure I thought she was gonna die.
Actually, for my new sculpture, I was gonna...
Whatever. Don't care.
I'm sorry. Even though you're like a weird social tumor who's creepy AF and you thought you could mess with me at the talent show.
Fuck you.
But in this episode, it seems that Jake and Lexy will be teaming up to take down Chucky, or what they might think might be an easy takedown, but will be much, much harder than they think. Because further into the trailer, we do see Lexy and Jake exploring a house, mostly looking for Chucky, but I do think this house does have much more of a connection into Chucky's past, possibly. I'm not 100% sure, since I do most likely remember the, like, first 3, or I do remember the most likely the first 3 Child Play films and everything, but after that, my, like, memory's completely shot, because I haven't seen those, like, other ones in a really long time. I do believe this most likely will have a connection into, like, Charles Lee Ray or Chucky's past. This might be from Cult of Chucky or one of those other films, like, the one that lady was staying in, but yet again, that's relying on my, like, very bad memory of, like, the latest films. But it's very interesting to see that, like, Jake and Lexy will be teaming up in this episode after, like, them having this entire feud, this entire season. But obviously, Jake is the only one that can help Lexy with, like, this whole Chucky issue, and obviously Chucky trying to kill her, because Jake does mention saying, like, we have to find him, because obviously he's gonna come back to kill you if we don't find him first, or if you're not with me, or if you're just alone in general. And it is revealed that Chucky is in this house with them, and obviously probably will be fucking around with them and trying to kill them, because we do get to see Lexy screaming, like, right next to a balcony and everything, until I'm assuming Chucky comes up behind Jake in this scene or anything, and it's not Jake just pushing Lexy, because that doesn't make sense since they are working together to stop Chucky, and Jake does seem semi-determined to actually help Lexy out. So I'm assuming Jake or Chucky will, like, pop up behind Jake in this scene, and it will cause Jake to freak out and everything, Lexy to freak out, and then eventually Lexy will fall off the balcony. And I'm assuming that's what the title of the episode is referring to, is obviously, like, Just Let Go, or like maybe Chucky or Jake saying that to Lexy, which I don't think it makes sense for Jake to be saying it. Like I said, they are most likely going to be working together throughout this episode to stop Chucky, and obviously Jake will find out that Chucky is an issue, as if he didn't know before. So I'm assuming Chucky will be saying Just Let Go, or that's at least what I'm assuming the title of this episode refers to, is like, what will be happening in this scene of somebody, like, hanging on to something and saying Just Let Go. Or it could be Junior or Lexy's sister holding on for dear life after the fire that broke out in Lexy's house and everything, and, like, Chucky's saying Just Let Go, like, just give up and everything, just die already. But we also do see Junior slash Jake's, like, uncle and Junior's dad punching somebody, what I can only assume is the hospital. And I do wonder why he is punching, like, this possible doctor, scientist, somebody. I'm not 100% sure who this is yet. Again, this could be someone from, like, the past Child Play Play films, like Cult of Chucky and everything, but like I said, my memory is very fuzzy on those films. Also, we do see what I do believe is maybe one of the nurses or maybe Lexy's little sister getting out of bed, or maybe one of the nurses inside the hospital coming over like, you know, a gigantic pool of blood. And I do believe this is either one of the nurses or doctors in the hospital, possibly Junior's dad or mom, because obviously, like, you know, Junior's mom is definitely on the chopping block for some time in the season. Or this could be Junior or Lexy's little sister, but it definitely is somebody that's dying inside the hospital due to Chucky, unless Chucky does something fucked up inside the hospital that causes somebody to die in like a horrific way, which does take me back to Child's Play 1 when, like, you know, he electrocuted that guy's head and everything and blood started pouring out of his eyes, which was really cool, which maybe would be a cool callback to happen in the hospital. And we also see one of the, I'm assuming, hospital staff or maybe just someone else lying on the floor and Chucky, like, you know, approaching him and a nurse screaming. These two scenes could take place in completely different, like, you know, times of the episode. Like, maybe she's screaming at Chucky murdering this guy, or maybe she's screaming at finding one of the kids, like Junior or Lexy's little sister dead, or maybe just someone else, like maybe Junior's father or mother. But telling by this episode and, like, you know, the trailer so far, there's gonna be a decently sized body count. Actually, not decently sized, but maybe at least 2 people. But after I'm recording this video and everything, I'm definitely gonna go check out episode 3. But that was my breakdown for the trailer for Chucky season 1 episode 4, Just Let Go. This trailer does show off a lot of very new interesting aspects, such as Lexy and Jake finally working together, and yeah, she didn't die in episode 3, which kind of sucks, but I guess I'm interested to see where they can take it, since, like, you know, Lexy does now know that Chucky is alive and does want to kill her. And I do wonder if in this episode if Jake will, like, you know, actually work with Lexy, or if it's Chucky who did scare, like, you know, them over the balcony and everything, and Jake won't just kill Lexy in that scene. Because with the amount of bodies piling up, and I've seen a lot of people mention this on Twitter, with the amount of bodies piling up and everything, with, like, you know, being linked to Chucky and Jake, and as mentioned inside the Chucky, like, you know, general series trailer, when the detective does say, like, you know, with all these killings combined and everything, it all leads back to Jake. So the issue with all these bodies, like, you know, coming up and everything and being, like, you know, detected by the police and these detectives, is obviously a lot of this is going to start leading back to Jake, and I do wonder what's going to happen to Jake in the bigger picture, because obviously with all these bodies lining up, he's going to be linked to a lot of them, and he might be, like, you know, arrested or something, which obviously is not going to be good, which could lead to another whole thing about the wrong character being blamed or locked up, like I think in Cult of Chucky when Andy was locked up, which would really suck and would be a massive bummer for the end of season 1 for, like, you know, Jake to be locked up for being crazy, because that seems to be too much of a thing that happens in this, like, you know, franchises. People just get locked up for being crazy and everything, which is just kind of a bummer. It worked for the end of Child's Play 1 going into Child's Play 2 and everything, with Andy's mother being missing and Andy going to a new family, but I would not want to see that happen with Jake and everything. And also, I wonder who will die inside the hospital. Will it be Junior? Will Chucky team up with Junior? Will he kill Junior? Maybe Lexy's little sister or one of Jake or Junior's, like, you know, family members. But yeah, like I said, that was my breakdown for the trailer for Chucky season 1 episode 4, Just Let Go. Make sure to leave your thoughts down below. What you guys may think will be happening in the episode. Who you guys think will die? Who do you guys think will survive? And make sure to comment down below on my thoughts and anything. Do you agree with my opinions and, like, you know, why I broke down the trailer, or do you disagree, and what other things do you have to say about this trailer? I think if there is anything that I missed, or maybe an Easter egg that I did miss, make sure to comment it down below so we can all have a discussion. But yeah, that was all for today and everything. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos on the Chucky franchise and series and everything in the whole Child's Play universe as a whole. And yeah, see you guys later, my amigos, and peace out.